As Operation Epic Fury continues to make major military progress in Iran, closer to home, there are growing concerns about how it may impact you and your family. Gas prices, as you know, have been spiking, thanks in part to our NATO allies refusing to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz. You got the lingering disaster of Joe Biden's Green New Deal energy policies as well. But the mission in Iran, as it continues, we certainly need to ask, how does it affect you? So let's get the take right now of our friend, the Congressman Byron Donalds. He's a Republican nominee for Florida governor, and I'm calling it, Congressman. You're going to be my governor, and I can't wait for that. Welcome back.
It's good to be back with you. Thanks for having me on.
You know, a few weeks ago, you were there. The president made a great case for affordability during his State of the Union, that prices were coming down, gas, groceries, the rest of it. As we're here in week 3 of the war, though, affordability is becoming, as you know, more challenging for people in your home state of Florida, everywhere else. I wake up this morning, Politico says MAGA world is in meltdown mode, that you all are freaking out about how this may impact your party in November. True, false? What's your message for the midterms?
First of all, Politico is being false because that's what the big press do. They're always trying to find a way to talk down President Trump or any decision he's made. First thing, for not just the people of Florida, but for all of America, Donald Trump has been right on foreign policy more than any president in the last 30 years. That is a fact. Go check the tapes. Clinton to Bush to Obama. Obviously, Joe Biden was an absolute disaster. Number 2, about the issues of affordability. Right now, what's happening is, yes, oil prices are up because the Iranians have threatened closure of the Straits of Hormuz. You have private shipping companies that do not want to take freight through that area. The president and his team are working feverishly to try to get that cleared up, to make sure there's security to move through that strait, very narrow strait. And this is, I think, where the frustration from the White House is valid. You have these NATO countries who, quite frankly, they have far more interest in making sure the Strait of Hormuz is open, but they won't lift a finger to do anything because they are more concerned about the freaks in the press who are always wrong and about offending an Iranian regime that does not care about them, that will foment terror around on them and their nations and their people. So they need to step up, quite frankly, live in the real world and do what's right on behalf of their citizens. In the United States, when it comes to oil, we're energy independent. We're going to have the oil that we need, but people need to understand that oil is a global commodity. It's a spot price set every single day, and because there are oil issues in other parts of the world, that's what's causing the price of a barrel to go up, whether it comes out of the ground in Texas or it comes out of the ground in Iran.
So, but while the Europeans sit on their hands, sit on the sidelines, as you say, the president's deeply frustrated with this, as you are, all of us are. Mortgage rates are going up too, those interest rates, and we were expecting it was starting to come down. It surged now to its highest level since November. You know, I don't have to tell you this, home affordability, particularly for young people, millions of Americans have been locked out of that. I think the president's about to walk out, so we'll get to him in a minute. But in 30 seconds, what do you say with mortgage rates going up? Are you nervous about this war making things worse for people in America?
Look, I have my concerns, but I trust the president and his decisions on foreign policy. I believe this conflict will be coming to an end. When we see that, these markets will reset lower. And the other thing is, we're trying to do what we can to move the president's agenda on housing, to drive down the cost of building housing in the United States. That's the other side of that equation, not just mortgage rates on the other side.
Congressman Byron Donalds, we appreciate your time. Sorry it was a little shorter.